I see that. Can you imagine? Poor Daniel. Imagine say girl go run off with taxi man at Kingston. Hmm. Marie should have known the moment she stepped through the church gates. People stopped talking too quickly. Eyes followed her for too long. Even the older woman in the front with the flowers near the entrance went strangely quiet the minute she stepped in. Still, she kept walking towards choir practice, pretending not to notice. Inside the church hall, the whispers grew worse, small, sharp, impossible to escape. She kept her eyes lowered as she sat down, her hands wringing in her lap. When she eventually decided to open her choir book, nobody sat beside her. Nobody smiled. Nobody spoke. Only glances, whispers, judgment crawling across the room like ants. Then she realized something is wrong. They all knew. After practice ended, Maria stood outside near the church steps, trying to breathe through the humiliation. That was when she saw Paul, Pastor Clark's son, tall, quiet, clean cut, the same boy who used to walk her home after youth meetings, the same boy who secretly carried feelings for her for years. Everybody knew Paul loved Marie, except Marie herself. Or maybe parts of her always knew. He used to save her seat during church events, fix things for her father without being asked, looked at her long and hard when she sang. People whispered for years that one day Paul and Marie would marry. But now, when he saw her standing outside, his face hardened and kiss him teeth and wave her off when he saw her passing. Marie blinked in confusion. Paul! Him just keep moving. Paul, wait! Finally him stopped, slowly turned around. His expression carried disappointment so deep it almost looked like disgust. Marie swallowed hard. What happened? Why is everybody acting so strange? Paul stared at her for a long moment before kissing his teeth. Again, you're really asking that, Marie? Her face burned. I don't understand. He laughed, then shook his head. Church know everything, Marie. Who tell them? Miss P. That hurt worse than she expected. Suddenly all the whispers made sense. The stares, the silence, the shame. She stepped back slightly like the answer thump her in her gut. He still looked at her in disgust. You run go marry some random man in a Kingston and you expect people to act normal? Tears filled her eye. It wasn't like that. Then how was it? Her mouth opened, then closed again without a sound because she didn't even know anymore. He stared at her, sadly this time. No more anger, just broken-hearted. I used to pray for you, he admitted. That nearly broke her. I thought you were different. Marie's tears rolled faster. Paul! But he stepped away from her, as if touching her disappointment would stain him too. She turned around quickly, ashamed, tried to run. Then his voice cut through the churchyard behind her. Jezebel! She froze. The word stuck harder than a slap. Slowly, she turned back around. What? Paul looked at her, but not enough to take it back. He looked upset, but he meant it. You ruin your life, Marie. Round here, people never are gonna let you live this down. She stared at him. You think peace waiting for you? For hear this after this? That statement stayed with her long after she walked home. Peace waiting for you here after this? By the time Marie reached the home, something inside her had finally collapsed, loudly, quietly, like a rope slowly snapping after carrying too much weight. And the worst part, Miss P acted innocent when she entered the home to confront her. I only asked church for prayer for you. But the small smile hiding underneath her words told Marie otherwise. That night, she cried silently in her bed, staring at the ceiling. The town suddenly felt too small, too cruel. Every roll had eyes watching her. Every corner carried whispers. And for the first time, Kingston no longer sounded frightening, just distant. A few days later, Wilbert returned again. This time he brought flowers, spoke softly, promised peace, promised a fresh start, promised nobody would judge her there. She listened quietly. Her father worked late that night, and Miss P moved around the kitchen pretending not to be eavesdropping. Then finally, exhausted, beyond beyond fighting anymore, she whispered the words Wilbert had been waiting for. Me will come back. If you enjoyed that and you like storytelling, then you would like the other books that I have written. My name is Amuna. I am an author. Please check out Island Twist, available on Amazon today. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Island Twist follows Jackie Brown, a young girl who finds herself head over heels for the new island boy at school in fresh outer yard, and Jackie has the fever. But as she navigates the ups and downs of her new crush, things quickly spiral out of control when her not so secret admirer becomes determined to sabotage her relationship. So check out the new novel, Island Twist, over on Amazon today. Now back to the story.